when people think of fixations, they think of getting rid of all the stuff, everything else except for one thing. You may have realized that a lot of my videos happen to be taking place in my car. Well, that's because, for one thing, I love my car. I enjoy it. I love driving it. And I enjoy learning a lot of things about my car. People out there, they may call it fixations, but I call it something else. I call it passion. It can be something very small. Like for example, the fabric of the seats. That counts as well as fixation. Why do people do that? Why are they so fixated on something so small, like something soft or leather? Well, it can be used as a bit of a calming mechanism, I guess can say. When people are having a little bit of a rough time, they just want to fixate on certain touches. In other words, they can drown out all the other senses and just focus on one thing: touch. That's why fidgets are very important. With that, I believe that fixations are a tremendously good thing. Say, for example, a person is so fixated on animation you see in the big screen, or cartoons that you see on the television, or heck, even in the video games with when you see animation and all that kind of thing too. People can be the folks that are so fixated on the animation. The really important part is knowing to make that next step, that first giant leap into the world of animation. Maybe the person who is so fixated on animation could become a master animator in the future, and they could be working in a studio, or even start their own little studio, so that they can make whatever they want. The one fixation I would say, next to cars, of course, happens to be pinball. Happens to be pinball machines. The games that make all kinds of noises here and there. Well, it's true. One of my favorite things happens to be pinball. Now, with pinball, I mentioned in Becoming One about how it became such a really good tool in dealing with sensory and all that kind of thing too. But it's not just a tool. I just happen to really enjoy the game so much that the more I play, the better I get and all that kind of thing too. Sometimes I even go to tournaments here and there as well. I'd say there could be a point where this fixation, or what I like to call passion, happens to be, maybe someday there will be a chance to design pinball machines, or make your own pinball warehouse. Kind of, start a collection, or kind of have your own studio for new pinball machines out there. So it's like the whole fixation and that passion just kind of goes into the next step, and can be very beneficial for the future. So one more thing too is that shirt I'm wearing at the moment happens to be a cartoon character known as Felix the Cat. You ever know Felix the Cat? I personally don't care for as much for the cartoon back in the 50s and all that kind of thing too. Yeah, that's just me personally, but the ones from the 90s and the 20s, I mean, to me that feels like prime for Felix the Cat and all that kind of thing too. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm sure there are people out there that are also as interested. They probably would maybe do their own little shorts and cartoons for the feline and all that kind of thing too. Since 100 years and all that kind of stuff too. That whole public domain rule and all that kind of stuff too. So take that fixation and passion. I like to say passionate. It just feels better. It just feels much more welcoming. Yeah, just take the passion, and just make some good use of it. Don't really worry about spending too much, because these days a lot of things can be easy to access when it comes to passion. Just so for those that are interested in filmmaking, just start filming. Just start doing what you love, and that's the whole idea of fixations and passions, and have the opportunity to talk about your fixations and passions with other people. There's a lot of folks that would get some good use out of these passions and soon to be passion projects as well. So that's why I recommend just kind of just start talking about them, and then once you start talking, there might be some plans of something truly spectacular. It's up to you. You gotta make that first step. I can't force you to make that step. It's up to you. All I want to do is give you the guidance and the opportunity to do something great, do something wonderful, spectacular. And I'll start with talking about your passion. I'm trying hard not to say fixation as much too, because I believe passion is just welcoming. It just just makes things work, and autism works. So what are your passions? Feel free to talk about them, and we will feel free to talk about them, and until next time, my name is Tyler McNamer, and Tyler McNamer of Autismworks. It's time to get to work to make it work. Good night, everyone.